I'm going to do a quick video on this, on modifying this Bunker Hill wireless alert system. Sometimes they call it a driveway alert. This one is item number 61910. I bought it at Harbor Freight. You can also buy them through Amazon, probably eBay. There's a billion sources. Harbor Freight, if it's on special or if you have a coupon, it's dirt cheap. I think I got this one for 10 bucks. They're frequently 15, and I think normal price is 20. Not totally sure, it's somewhere around there. There's a few different item numbers for what seems to be the same product, but they are slightly different. I previously had this one, item number 93068. These are labeled with channels, so you can get different channels or get multiple units of the same channel depending on what you want to do. This one has no channel labeling at all, so they might all be on the same channel, they might be random. I have no idea how they've done it. Anyways, the problem I've had with this in the past, using it outdoors, you get a lot of false alerts. Sometimes when the sun hits the transmitter just a certain way, it'll alarm, sometimes once or twice. Sometimes it'll just continuously keep going off for 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long till the sun angle changes. If it's windy out, it'll false alarm a lot. Well, sometimes a little, sometimes a lot. So what I'm doing with this one, these have a pretty wide field of view, supposedly 40 degree width. So it's, basically the sensor sees a really wide angle to the sides and up and down. So what I've done with this one is put this little piece of silicone tubing on the actual sensor. So that's your actual sensor. It sees anything inside that translucent window there. So with the little piece of tubing on, and this is 3/8 silicone tubing, by the way. With this little piece of tubing on, it basically narrows what that sensor can see. So even though the tubing is translucent, it really seems to work pretty well. I haven't had it set up to see what it does long term, if it still has false alarms or not, but just playing with it here, moving my hand around it, I can see that it's definitely narrowed down the field of view to this. Basically it used to be a floodlight, now it's a spotlight. Essentially it's just seeing what's going straight down that tube and not everything all around it. This other one seems better made. The plastic is just a hair better. The internals look quite a bit better. It's all Chinesium, but this one just looks a little bit better built. I like that you can get the different channels. This one's kind of more cheesy, but they basically do the same thing in a different way, I guess. So I'll update this after it's been up for a while, whether the false alerts are reduced or not, and hopefully it does work. By the way, to take this apart, super easy. Take the 2 screws off for the battery cover, and then you got 2 screws down there, 1 screw up there. You take the 3 screws out, pop it apart, stick your hose or tubing on there, whatever fits onto the sensor. The other option, which I had done with my previous one, is using black tape. I covered, areas of the outside, and that worked okay, but after a while the tape starts falling off, or it gets all gooey and crappy. The other thing I did to reduce the sensitivity a little bit was to put clear packing tape over the front, and that helped with false alerts a bit, but it was still getting them. So I'm hoping that this tube idea might work better, and like I said, I'll update once I figure out what it's gonna do.